Oh man, it's Queenzflip. We are here live in the Interrogation Room.
It's Jay.
And with my cousin Jayo. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
So it's the first time we spoke in, say, 2 months.
Nah, we spoke on the phone the other day.
That wasn't a conversation. It was, hey, this is my number. I'm going to call you later. You never called.
I did call.
You're
You
lying.
didn't pick up your phone.
You're lying.
Let's talk about how you doing, man. Everything's all right
Great.
with you?
Yeah, I'm great. Everything's smooth.
Got a couple of questions for you that I would like you to answer. You know,
Yeah,
have you ever been in an interrogation room before?
Never.
In real life, I mean, with police.
Yeah, of course.
How did
With
you get
you.
on there? Me, I
For
don't.
a case with you, a gun charge.
You never been in there with me. I wasn't
Not
in there
at the same time, but we got locked up because of your actions in a car with a gun. But yeah, I've been in the interrogation room more than once.
I don't remember that. I was.
Yeah, I've been in the interrogation room more than once.
Yeah,
At least 5 or 6 times.
Can't be 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I've been locked up 5 or 6 times.
You been locked up. So you went to jail how much times though?
Once when I actually did a bid.
And what, 3 years?
What do you mean? 3
How
years
many-
that I did a bid?
How many years you did?
It was a year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
But wait, before you got bailed out, you was locked up before again.
Oh, yeah, I did a couple months, like 3 months.
But
And
that
I
was
bailed out.
that was a Rikers.
Yeah. I was on
But
a boat in Rikers, and then I bailed out because they wasn't giving me a good offer while I was in there, so I bailed out, and then we fought it from outside, and I got the good offer that I was supposed to get.
And the time you did the bid, the time that you did the bid, what was it for guns?
Yeah.
How many guns did they say you had?
Factual. They ran in my house and found 4 guns.
So how much guns did anybody else? Who else? Didn't somebody else take the charge as well?
Yeah, we got locked up separately, and they had us in a precinct all at the same time though. So when they ran in the house, they found the 4 guns, and when we was in separate interrogation rooms, you know, cops were trying to play like the good cop, bad cop shit. Like, yo, you know, your friends are in other rooms saying all of this stuff is yours and da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. And I told them, look, listen, I'm going to take the guns regardless. Bring them in the same room and let me have a conversation with them in front of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, what do you mean? We don't do that. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to take it regardless. If y'all going to let me get a conversation, let me have a conversation with them in front of y'all. And they brought, it was Nico and Hove. And I say, yo, listen, this is the situation. They caught me with the bag, like with the joints in it. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 joints. Y'all can take one or y'all don't, regardless of the fact y'all don't have to. And Nico took a gun and Hove took a gun, and then the other 2 fell on me.
Did Nico get deported because of that gun?
He got deported later on because of more cases after the gun, but like the gun is like what put him on like high alert, and then he caught another case after that, and he got deported.
Yeah, so you saw Nico when you went to Jamaica. How's he
Of course,
doing?
he told me he needed me for something, and
He looks good.
it's my boy.
Yeah, shout out to Nico. So you did. So how was it in jail?
What about?
How was it? I mean, when I went to Rikers with you, even though I was there for a short period of time, very short, people knew you.
Yeah, when you active in the street, you get locked up. You see the people that you was in the street with, they just locked up. So it was just everybody was in there. Jail is I never went back to jail again. Jail is not something that I liked. Jail is not something that I glorified. Jail is not something that I was actually raised to be in. So I did it. I had the perks of jail. I had a day room. I like ran the dorm that I was in. I did all of that. But that shit's corny. Ain't nothing to glorify about jail. Jail is really corny. And I don't like it because it's like you got to live on a hope. Like, say I call you. Like when I used to call you, like, yo, you going to come up? You're like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to go check your mom, do this. I'm hoping you come up, though. Because there's plenty of times people tell me, yeah, I was coming to see you, and they never showed up. Or you write some girls, and it's like, yo, send me some pictures. And she's like, yeah, I sent the pictures. The pictures never come. The letter never comes. So it's like you just living on a hope.
A lot of girls came and saw you, though.
Many, plenty. Shout out to the ones that did. I love them dearly till this day.
And jail, was it a learning experience? Did you learn from that situation?
Hell yeah. A lot of people that I thought was going to be there for me wasn't. And the people that I least expected was actually the ones there. So it was weird. It was very weird to me.
What are some of the meals that you what was your position in jail?
As far as what?
What did you do? Like, what was your, like, occupation? What did you do work as far as, like?
Oh, I went to school. I got my GED in jail, and I took up computer programming in there. So it's like up north you have, like, programs. Like, you go to school, then it's the callback. You go back and then you go to your program. So between that, it was just like computer programming and getting my GED and shit like that.
You didn't work in the kitchen, none of that stuff.
No.
Did you ever fight in jail?
Yeah, plenty.
What was one of the worst fights that you had? You ever got jumped in there?
Yeah, of course.
In Green? Where was you, in Green?
The boat.
You got jumped on the boat.
Yeah, you remember when you came to see me? You was like, yo, your eye look a little. And
Yeah,
I had a little.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I got jumped on the boat.
Why they jumped you for? Do you
the
remember?
phone. It was a blood phone. I used the phone. You know me. I don't give a fuck.
And what did they say to you?
That's the homie phone.
So what phone did they want you to use?
It was another phone, but the phone for the other phone was like a long line.
And in the homie phone,
There was no line. There was like no line. Like it was just there. So I'm like, the fuck? Y'all niggas can't tell me not to use the phone, so I used the phone.
and what happened?
Fight.
They jumped you right there by the phone?
Yeah, like a nigga tried to like walk up like, you gotta hang that phone up. I popped on him. But it was like a team of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how houses run, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting jumped. Nothing too crazy though. It wasn't nothing like retarded.
Did you get hurt?
No, I came and visited you the day after or the day.
Yeah, you
before.
had you
Then I fought them like one-on-one in the cell. Like, you know, fighting is never nothing for me. You know that shit is like second nature.
you fought them one-on-one in the cell.
Yeah, I fought like 3 of them that was on the team.
And then have you ever did you end up being cool with them?
Yeah, that's how I got a lockout. Like, they had a team. And it's like basically one person that's like the main person in the house, and then it's like 6 people under him. And they like basically facilitate the dorm. Mm-hmm. And when it's like 10 o'clock, they used to call it like you got to lock in. Like you would have to lock in yourself for the whole night. Mm-hmm. And when I did all of that, it's like my cell was cracked. Like I could move around still when niggas was still in there. And this, that, and the third. I didn't even really know what I was doing because I didn't know how jail operated then. They was just like, y'all niggas jump me, I'm gonna fight y'all niggas. Like one by one, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, okay, y'all jump me, all right, cool, let's get it in. Let's shake some more. Like I'm gonna fight y'all one-on-one. Like come on. And the nigga that had the crib, he respected. Like all right, get it on with him. And that was it.
And he said, look, you was cool with them. You ended up being cool with them.
Mm-hmm. I got a chair, like you know the plastic chairs. Like a lot of niggas had to sit on like the iron. They couldn't sit on regular chairs. I had chairs and shit like that. And then I started learning how jail worked after that. Like oh okay. Somebody we knew, you know what I'm saying, was actually locked up and he was having a hard time. You know about the situation. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was having a bad time in jail. And I actually went in and like regulated the situation. Like that's how much my weight got up in jail. Like I was going in other dorms, moving around, doing shit like that.
Oh yeah, he told me that. Yeah. He just asked. I just spoke to him the other day. Actually,
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he was having a little rough time, and I went in there and I fixed the situation.
They thought he was Crip, correct?
I don't know what they thought it was. I don't know. They was calling him. They was calling him Buck. They was calling him a whole different name. This is why I didn't know it was him, because he was like I was in one lower and he was across from me. And he used to be yelling through the window, but I didn't know it was him because he was calling himself a totally different name. So when they cracked it was like a pantry. One lower was right here and there was another crib on the other side, so we could see like into the other dorm. So I'm looking and I seen him, but when I seen him, he was sitting on an iron. I'm like, you're not supposed to be fucking sitting on an iron. And I was talking to it was a nigga named Beastie and Wilds. It was 2 niggas that had the crib. And I was talking to yo, that's my family right there. Like, y'all niggas gotta ease up off that nigga. And he was like, yo, there's not a third. I actually got like a can top and like ran in the crib. Like, cause me and the nigga Beastie and Wilds, basically he was like, yo, he gonna have to do for himself. I'm like, he gonna have to do for himself. He like, nah, I respect you, but I'm like, nigga, I ain't with none of that. So when they cracked the cell the next time I had ran in the crib with the can top, I was gonna rip one of them niggas for him. And then that's how he ended up, like, he got his weight up after that.
He got his weight up after that, yeah. Man. He said that he said you looked out for him. Mm-hmm. And don't you find that crazy that people in the streets, you know, they end up going wild. They're wild, they may have, you know, because that particular person we're talking about, you know, he did crazy stuff in the streets. And then when they get to jail, it's a different story. What do you think that is?
I've seen a lot of people that's pussy in the street go to jail and be extra tough. And I see niggas that's extra tough in jail come home and be pussy, like, and just fall back. I've seen both. A lot of people, you never know how they react in certain situations until you place them in that environment. A lot of people might think they're built for certain shit until shit happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga's just not, like, I remember the first time, like, say a shooting. A lot of niggas don't know. When your adrenaline rush, and you let off a hammer, you only hear like the first or second shot, and then your ears is ringing after that, and it's just like your heart racing and everything's going. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand shit like that. Mm-hmm. I've seen some people freeze. A gun come out, a nigga freeze. He don't know what to do. I've seen certain niggas get super busy. It's just depending on the person and the extremes that they're used to. And that's that.
Tell us about Cons. You remember him?
Yeah, it's my man, Free Cons.
What was he locked up for?
He's locked up right now for, I think, a robbery right now. Well, he was locked up before, robbery.
How much time has he got? Are you aware or you don't know how much time?
He's locked up. Cons gave them about 11, 12 years already, and he just got pinched on another one, and he's looking at like some football. He in the feds now.
Feds for what? Robbery?
Yeah, it was. I guess they found like his ID in like a home invasion. I don't know too much. I think it's a home invasion, if I'm not mistaken, or a robbery. One out of the two.
And he where is he from? Is he from Queens, Brooklyn?
West Side America, from the Towers.
Cons is from the Towers.
Yeah, from the building.
Interesting.
We all black block babies.
Like what?
Back block babies from the back block.
So Free Cons and stuff. So let's talk. Let's your background is Guyanese. You're Guyanese.
My family.
Your family's Guyanese. Yeah, of course.
One part is Chinese and the other is Guyanese. I got the whole Chens and the Vogelsons.
And let me ask you a question. Yeah. You felt that because you were from the Caribbean that you had to fight a lot? What made you fight a lot? Because that's what you was known for.
Your aunt, my mom's, she kept me in the house till I was, say, like 13, 14, and they actually made fun of me because of that. Like, I had a curfew at 9 o'clock. I couldn't be outside when everybody else was outside. So, like, when I actually got of age and I was in high school now, it was like, yeah, that's the pussy nigga that be in the house. Yeah, you got to be in the house by 9 o'clock. I was never pussy, though. So the fights just started from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even my mom's, like, I wasn't allowed to wear my pants over my ass. I had to dress a certain type of way.
I remember.
And when I came outside, that wasn't the norm. That wasn't it. So I had to adapt to what was going on around me. And then the Joker thing started happening.
and when did you get that? But what thrills you about fighting? Because fighting is something that since I know you've been doing.
You want the truth or you want me to lie?
I want the truth.
I grew up in a house with a lot of domestic violence. So I always thought fighting was the thing that you were supposed to do. It was normal to me because that's what I seen. So I never mind getting violent because that's all I seen growing up. It was fighting between my moms and my pops all the time.
They both fought each other. But the truth of the matter is that even though your father fought your mother, was there ever a time, because you don't like when men hit women, but was there ever a time that you understood why your father did it, or he's always wrong?
After you get an age and you see, like, nobody thinks that their mother does bullshit. Nobody wants to admit it. Like, yo, my mom's did some fucking crazy shit. Due to my pop's temperament, he reacted in a certain way. Do I agree with how he reacted all the time? No. Do I understand certain things? Yeah. But certain things was just to an extreme.
Okay.
That it didn't have to go to.
Your father right now is in a home.
Nursing home.
Nursing home. And what happened? He had was it a stroke?
He had more than one stroke.
And then there was a time that he had a stroke that nobody was there to get it. When did it get worse? Because I remember he had a stroke. Was it the first stroke he had that he stopped talking? He couldn't talk?
Yeah, the first stroke. And we knew something was wrong with him because when I called him, his responses to my questions that I was asking him had nothing to do with what I was asking him. Like, I'd be like, yo, what's up? You seen the thing with Obama? He'd be like, yeah, the store was hot. I'm like, what? And his responses had nothing to do with the questions as I was asking him. So I'm like, all right. I called my sister. I called Onika. I'm like, yo, something wrong with Lenore. Like, I called him. And we went to the house. And then
in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I remember.
Because he moved out. Yeah, he wasn't staying anymore. And then when he actually let us take him to the doctor, we knew something was wrong because, my pops is totally against doctors and never take me to the hospital. Once he allowed us to take him to the hospital, we was like, yeah, something's wrong with him. And then that's when they did the test and they said, I think he had like 2 minor strokes then. It was like minor strokes.
Then your mom let him come back in the house.
Yeah.
Then he had one in the upstairs room, the back room.
He had basically the strokes that he had, it was a brain injury. It wasn't nothing physical yet. It was just when he had the strokes, they affected his brain. So we brought him back in the house and say it was like a grown kid. It was like my pop's body, but he was like a kid now. Like now you had to like take care of him, show him things again. He used to like go outside, get lost, try to walk to like the corner store, get lost and shit like that. It's kind of fun.
Not funny.
But it was, people would see him because they know my pops from the neighborhood.
Facts,
Like, yo, we brought him back. Like, but then he actually got into a program. A lot of people don't know. I used to it was a brain therapy program that he got enrolled in, like to jog his memory and get him back up. And it was an accessoride that used to come get him 7 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I used to take the accessoride with him and sit in a program with him from like 7 to like 10 or 11, and then come back and forth. When we got him to say like 80%, like he came back, he was like 80%. He went to Guyana. He was like, man, fuck all this medication. I don't give a fuck what y'all talk about.
I remember him saying that if something happened to him, that he didn't want to be left in the hospital.
He didn't want to be placed on any machine.
Yeah, I remember him saying that in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So then he went to Guyana, he come back, then he had a stroke upstairs. That's what
he went to Guyana, he stopped taking medication, he was popping Viagra's, fucking bitches, doing whatever he wanted to do. And when he came back, it was like right before his birthday. And when he had the birthday, then I'm like, yo, he's not the same like when he left. So I guess he might have had like another little minor stroke before the big one happened again. So he wasn't that bad, but he wasn't. I'm like, yo, we got to monitor him. And then I was in Rosedale one day, and then my mother called my phone screaming, like yelling, like, yo, your pop's on the floor, I can't get him up. I called Chuck. Like, yo, Chuck, go in the crib, and, I'm like, I'm having my pops in there, and then I'm going to rush back. So I rushed back, and I seen him, he was on the floor, his face was twisted, and, like, his legs was stiffened up. They got something that they call, I went to school for the medical field. You can rub your fist in the middle of somebody's chest, like rub it. And if they don't buck, they call it bucking. It's like a brain injury, like it's like severe. And I put my fist in the middle of his chest, and he didn't buck. And that's how I knew. I was like, nah, I said, like, he's never going to be the same again.
Don't mean to get a little personal, but I remember that you and some of the people mad at your mom because she didn't make the decision to take him off of the life support.
Yeah, she went against his wishes.
Now, do you blame her for doing that?
Yeah. I do.
The reason why I say that, and try to understand this, he has, when she tells a story or what she's been through, even with you or with whomever, not saying that she's perfect, but she tells a story about all the stuff that she's been through with him. Yeah. So do you think that...
I think she did it purposely.
Okay.
I think that was her get back, to be honest.
And I remember there was a big argument and stuff like that, and I was in the kitchen for that argument. And, did you try to, and you thought, and you said it to her, that you did this on purpose. You're using this time to take out what you
I still think to this day.
Yeah. What was her explanation, though?
She can't never explain it. She just says, I couldn't do that. Basically, like, I couldn't pull a plug on him. And when we actually had to have a meeting.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? This wasn't and then my lady at the time, she actually woke up in the room with her outside because we were in the other room deciding what to do. It was my aunt, all my brothers, all my sisters, cousin, the family. And everybody told my mom, was like, he don't want to be on no machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always said that. He's anybody that know my pops know, like, nigga, he's not with it.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want no complications or nothing. And she basically said, fuck everybody in the family. Like, nah, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. So I had to still find a way to love my moms even after that.
What do you mean, love your moms? Because to give her credit, I remember when you was giving her a lot of trouble as well. Same thing like me. I gave my mother trouble. You gave your mother trouble. You wasn't in.
Nah, I'm just saying. Certain things people do are so inhumane. It's like, damn, you could really do some shit like that.
So you think by her leaving your father alive, it's inhumane because
it was going against his wishes because all of us told, it was 11, 12 people in the room telling her, like, yo, this was his wishes. And she was like, nope. like no.
She said no in front of everybody.
Yeah, like, nah, I'm not doing that. And we're like, yo, we're telling you this is what he wants. And she was like, nah.
So the doctors came to you came to you guys and said that they gave you an option to pull the plug.
Yeah, basically, like, look, this is the severity of his. I remember they came in with a chart and it showed like his brain was like an MRI, and he circled the areas like, yo, he's basically just gonna be a vegetable after this. He's not gonna come back and be too good to nobody after this. And then, so we all looked and we was like, yo, we know he don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We know that. And she just defied everybody and said, nah, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
Now that you go see him, do you see any? Does he recognize anything? Or
Hey, it's bad. He actually came back enough to where he comprehends everything, but he can't move. And he had a trachea, so he can't speak, and he's paralyzed. So he's just a prisoner. He's aware of everything that's going on, but he can't speak. He knows you. And when his hands moves, like he'll wipe my face, he'll cry, he'll laugh. Like he can hum certain songs and stuff now. Like he's just a prisoner of his body now.
What's his trachea?
Trach is when they put a hole in your throat so you could breathe. So basically, he had a problem breathing on his own, and then they put a hole right. You ever seen like people with like the little hole right?
Yeah, I see it.
That's a trachea.
So, and what makes you feel that he's aware of everything?
I know. And you can speak to him. He'll nod his head. He laughs.
Okay, so he shows movement.
Yeah, like he can comprehend. He just can't communicate back.
And if you had an opportunity, if you was in your mom's position, you would have did what he wanted you to do.
Yeah. But in their own weird way, they loved each other. So I can't. It's kind of messed up because if I really deal with it out of an emotional standpoint, I won't like my mom's. And I'll hold a lot of things against her.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have to understand certain things. That's like, we here, and I don't mind sharing certain things. Like, my pops did some fucked up shit to my mom's. Like, I remember, like, being little. Like, my pops broke my mom's jaw, like, in 3 places before. Mm-hmm. And I had to, like, blend food for my mom's and, like, feed her, like, ravioli through the straw and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But she'll go back to him. They fight. She biting him on his back. She getting her get back. Like, they do their own little thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot. Like, I got a brother my age. You know I got a brother my age. I'm 3 months older than my brother. So it's so much shit that my mom's had to go through, and then the jaw's not the only thing. She got like a little metal plate, and it's a bunch of shit with them two. You get what I'm saying? So then when I ask her, like, yo, how could you love somebody like that? I like did shit like that to you. Mm-hmm. And then she'll explain to me, like, I had a grandfather that pulled my mother out of school, and they pulled out of school. Like, my mom's don't got no GED or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they pulled her out of school to work in a liquor store, and they had her just like working like a little slave, like in a liquor store. That's why my mom's so good with money. Like, she saves and she's great with money. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't give her nothing though. So they would just make her work all day, and then like when I see certain like clothing, she'll be like, "Yo, you see that shirt?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, your pop sold that for you. Remember, my pops know how to sew, do cement. Like, he could fix anything. My pops know how to do everything. He's a fucking tradesman. Mm-hmm. So, picture somebody not having no clothes and not having no transportation, not having nothing, and the family just treats you like a fucking worker. Mm-hmm. And then you got this guy that you grew up with, and he has a little motorcycle, so he'll drive you to work. And when you don't got no clothes, he'll make a shirt for you, make some shorts for you and shit like that. You don't got no shoes, he'll buy shoes for you. You hungry, you don't got no food, he feeds you. Mm. So that was their bond. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, and then they grew to whatever they grew to.
What about the trouble you gave your mom? Do you ever talk about that?
Yeah, this is actually why I actually stayed around her so long and try to correct things between me and her as far as the relationship.
I saw that, okay.
And took on the bills of the house and actually, like, you're retired, you don't have to worry about nothing. Let me try to fix certain shit with us. Like, let me help you. Like, let me try to... Because my moms didn't raise me. My sister raised me. My mother was always at work.
Yeah.
So I had no... Like, I don't really have no emotional attachment to my moms like that. All my childhood memories and everything is with my sister, Onika. Mm-hmm. So, even, like, with girls, like, when I was growing up, I didn't give a fuck about bitches. Like, I was just... Stems from the relationship with my moms.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that... What would have made your childhood better? Yeah, I did see you get emotional. I was witness to a couple emotional. I don't want to say outbursts because I feel outbursts is kind of putting it down, but emotional. Let's say outings where you expressed to your mother how you felt that she wasn't good or whatever, and her response was,
I did the best that I can.
"Yeah, she provided a roof over your head, which she
That's it.
did. What she did.
That's what she does. She's a great
She
provider.
she
Yeah.
she made sure you was in school.
Yeah. And I don't discredit her for that. And
She
now,
also made sure there was food. I mean, there was a time when she stopped buying food for a little bit, but there was always food in the house.
Yeah, it was. I actually started. I went into therapy for the last 2 months because I just needed. Aladdin came out, and I was watching Aladdin, and something triggered one of the songs, and I started tearing in the movie theater. And I didn't even know I was tearing. And I was with, you know who I deal with. And she was like, "Yo, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And the movie went on. And like I started breathing like a little erratic. So I'm looking at the shit and I'm looking at the movie. Now this is a movie that me and Onika used to watch every day when I was a kid. Like I know Aladdin line for line. I'm catching flashes of when I was a kid when I'm watching the movie. I never dealt with nothing like that before in my life. I'm like, damn. The song is triggering shit. Like, I'm Prince Ali. Everybody's in the fucking movie hype. I'm fucking tearing. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm catching little flashes like, damn, these niggas is fighting. Arguments. Certain shit. And I'm like, yo, let me go get some therapy. Like, I need to talk to somebody about some of this shit. Because I've never dealt with certain shit emotionally. I just pushed past it. I never dealt with it, though. I had a strong enough personality just to keep pushing. But I never really talked about things that bothered me. Never. And now I've just been talking to somebody.
But you do say that your mother but all she did was is a provider. I heard you call her that before, or you are as a provider.
She's a great provider. Like, I never wanted for anything financially. I always had clothes. I always had more than my other friends. I always had sneakers. I used to take and give my sneakers away.
I remember she used to get mad.
Give my clothes away. I always had that, but I had no emotional connection to my mom's. And Onika raised me to a certain age, but then Onika left. So then it just left me in the house with me, my moms, and my pops. But I had no emotional attachment to her. And this is around the time when I went outside. So she can't tell me nothing. My pops he's working 2 jobs. So he's working transit and he's working La Park, and he used to move the barrels and shit. So he's like really, when he come home, he going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it just left me to outside. And then at that time and point, it was just like, okay, being tough is the thing to do. Like, tough gets you recognition and makes you the man in the neighborhood. Okay, well, I'm going to be the toughest nigga out of everybody. And I never mind getting violent. Like, when other people would just argue, I'd never mind fighting because I thought that's what the natural reaction was.
Let me ask you another question. Let's get a little deeper. You are a person who, to most people, are the center of attention. You like that. You like to be the center of attention. Used to like the used to like the attention on you.
Yeah.
What about that feeling that you liked about that? Where do you think that came from?
It felt like love, but it wasn't, and I didn't know that at that time.
So you just learned it recently, or learned it?
Recently. I thought it felt good. Like, yo, I'm the man. I'm getting attention. These bitches know who I am before I even say my name. They're like, oh, that's Joker. Like, it was.
That's true. I seen it.
It was like a drug. Like, attention and like hood fame. I don't have vices of drinking and smoking and shit like that. Like, I never partook in that shit. But that thing's like, at that time and point when we were kids, I was addicted to that shit. Like, when we found out we was cousins through marriage and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you told me you had problems with people. I was like, all right, let's go. I was doing it because I felt like you was against everybody, but I was doing like, yeah, I know I'm gonna catch some wreck off this. They're gonna talk about this shit. Why should I do to this nigga?
What? I was against everybody. It was just something that a lot.
It was never no punk. You just had a lot of problems.
You know, it goes back to what I was saying. So you like the attention. So how is somebody that know you for a long time if I'm aware of somebody else that knows you is aware of something like that, like, Jayo tend to like attention. How are we supposed to get over the fact when you do something that seems like you're doing it for attention?
You gotta understand the motive, and you actually have to speak to me about it. Mm-hmm. You can talk about somebody behavior from 10 years ago, but everybody grows up. Everybody learns something different.
That's true.
And you can easily fall back like, you know what, this nigga's doing this shit because he want the attention on him. Or if you want to talk about, we could talk about our situation that just happened.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yeah.
If you didn't know why I did what I did, it's easy to say he was probably going for the fucking attention. Mm-hmm. Or even when I said certain things, mm-hmm. you might be like, yo, he's trying to like belittle me or say some crazy shit. And it wasn't meant like that at all.
Okay, so we could talk about it.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just trying to.
Nah, I see you feel like.
Nah, I'm just trying to think how. So a situation transpired between me and a fight. Yeah, between me and a young man that I.
You can say his name.
That I start. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to say his name. She don't want to. You can say it if you want to. I don't feel like saying his name.
I don't feel like we gotta cut corners. So Jayo.
Yeah. Me and that young man, we had a fight. Yeah. Something that I initiated, something that I started.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, by I invited him up here, and he was just just things that just going back into my ignorant ways. Mm-hmm. We had a one-on-one fight. Everybody knows the story. Mm-hmm. He pulled me down, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Mm-hmm. Jihad and I squashed it. We came upstairs. We were sitting regular, and you came up here and you did what you did. Now, before I give my opinion, I'm just going to ask you, what made you come up here and what made you want to attack the young man on the camera or up here?
I was in Best Buy. I just purchased the Sony camera.
Yes.
A7. One of them.
The low light joint. Yeah.
And I'm in the Best Buy. There's like an adapter that you can buy that Canon lenses go onto the camera.
Yes, I have one of those. Yeah.
I receive a phone call from Jenna. And Jenna tells me, like, yo, I think somebody pulled up to the studio to do something to flip, or like they supposed to fight or some shit like that. I'm like, all right, keep me posted. So I'm still in the store. She calls back again, like 6 or 7 minutes. I'm calling and da-da-da-da-da. They're up there with more than one, like he's not by himself. Second call. I'm like, all right. I get the frantic call the third time now. I'm calling, nobody's picking up. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know what's going on with him. I go, all right, cool. I get up there. In my head, I'm already telling myself, I'm gonna fucking hurt somebody when I go up there. Because niggas is not supposed to be up here playing around. I'm like, my fucking little cousins is here. Booby be up here. Dumpling be up here. Everybody be up here. Mm-hmm. Why is niggas coming up here even playing? Mm-hmm. We had a conversation, say a week and a half prior to 2 weeks prior. It's a personal conversation, but I'll share it. A lot of people that left your platform, you feel like they ganged up and they were like coming against you. Mm-hmm. And it bothered you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, shit crazy. Why everybody coming at me? I put it in my brain like, all right, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that niggas is trying to gang up and you give people an opportunity and niggas trying to play with you. Mm-hmm. So leading up to this event, I already put it in my brain. I'm like, yo, the next person that I feel fuck with my cousin, I'm going to hurt them. Mm-hmm. When I got up here, I was already on autopilot. I wasn't thinking about the camera. I wasn't thinking about none of this shit. I'm just like, all right, the nigga in there, cool. When you told me to stop, yo, I handled it. I should have chilled. This is your shit. You built this. I should have listened to you. Mm-hmm. When you said, nah, I handled it because of chill, ain't nothing like that. But I already put it in my brain to do something to the nigga. Mm-hmm. So, honestly, it didn't matter what you said at that time. Doesn't mean that it was right? Hell no. Definitely wrong. Absolutely wrong. They made it seem like I could just come and do whatever the fuck I want to do and not listen to what you're saying, and this is your shit. Mm-hmm. So that made it totally wrong. Would I do it again? Yes, I just wouldn't do it on the camera. I wouldn't do it on the camera. I would have thought it out a little bit better. It always been like that with us. Nobody get no fair one with us. It's never been something that I'm watch this nigga fight and then I be nah nigga. And then he came up here with 2 other niggas. Nobody ever talks about the 2 other niggas that he came up here with. He didn't come up here by himself. He didn't come up here on chill time. You came up here to have a fight. What would have happened is that little footage that they caught when they was like, yo, yeah, I pulled, I'll let you get up, da-da-da-da. He would have did an interview. He would have left your platform. He would have been talking about shit. Yeah, I went up there, I got the best of the nigga, da-da-da, and this is the footage, and this is the narrative they would have ran with. So I can actually say it was wrong for where it took place because the street rules do not apply to your business. It don't apply to your sponsors. It don't apply to the landlord in here. They don't understand street rules. They'll never get it. Should I have thought it out better? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When I called you my little cousin, I'm not trying to say like you're my little man. I'm just older than you in age. I'm saying little by a number. I'm not your big homie. I'm not your muscle. I'm not your security. I'm your cousin. When I say little cousin, I think that bothered you because I said it in that. I always call you my little cousin. I never switched the words. It's just in that instance, it was like your pride and your ego was on the line at that time. Like, yo, this nigga, you pushed me, I pushed you back a little hard, you fell in the chair. It's like, this nigga trying to play. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, it was just a push and a push back. I didn't mean to push you that hard. It was just, I was just enraged already. So, I wanted to send a message as to where I didn't want nobody to feel comfortable coming up here to pull up on you and do nothing. I think it happened. It's kind of bad how it happened, or shit that I'm going viral and it end up. I didn't want it. I felt like shit was just a little bit too out of hand. And it might stem from some of the shit you inviting, but fuck it. I don't care if you right or you wrong. We're going to talk about that in our private time. It's family shit. It's plenty of times, plenty of shit my mother do I think is wrong. Nigga, I'm just going to side with my mom's. And when we in the crib, I'm like, man, you was wrong for talking auntie Sharon like that, but fuck it. And that was it. So I can let you speak if you.
Okay, so you know we situation happened. You know, I hit him,
Nice
and
that was a good one. Good too.
Me personally, I think that what happened was
you didn't like him.
Yeah, but I think that it shouldn't have happened like that with him. I think
it shouldn't, but what happened with you is a natural reaction when your family's fighting. It's something we always do. But substitute him with somebody else that we know. Say another battle rapper. Say Goods. We both got a good relationship with Goods. If it was a fight between me and Goods, you in a 2-piece Goods. You just would have broke it up. Because you got a good rapport with Goods.
Okay.
You just had a distaste for that nigga for a long time. You might have said, all right, cool, you could come up and get an interview. But in your head, you're like, I don't really fuck with this nigga like that. He might have did some alright shit, but nigga, you been talking crazy for a long time. I
think pulling somebody to the ground and letting them get up is good.
Nah, factual. I would have kicked your face in. I'm not letting nobody get up.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I'm saying, even though he did an honorable act, that don't take away your disdain for the nigga. You really don't like him.
He didn't deserve to get jumped up here though. Yeah, he didn't. I think that like we got past it. I think we got past it. I flinched at him in the street after I got up. He like, I can't trust you. I said, nah, I'm just joking. I went across the street. I flinched at him again, but I was just joking because I was already past it. I think that there's new rules to fighting where you get pulled in the ground. I guess everybody's assumption is that the fact that he let you get up.
I think we did that nigga a favor. I think that he knows that the 2 people that he was running around with ain't built for shit now, and he changes his circle. I think he doesn't run around because I heard that kid be running around fighting people and do all type of crazy. This ain't the first fight he had. And he be running around doing all type of bunch of shit and talking crazy about people. You can't mix Christianity. You can't mix a positive and an evil. don't work like that. That's like when you try to take clean money and throw it in dirty shit. It never works. You always lose all your money.
So you think he deserved what happened? You think that he deserved it?
I think coming up to somebody's place of business on a type of time of violence, because he didn't come with a good. He didn't really come to speak.
But he was speaking. He was trying to speak downstairs. I can't lie on him. Mm-hmm. It was me that was the aggressor.
Okay. You don't go to nobody's place after having a physical altercation to get comfortable.
So you just switched it up now.
No, I'm just telling you, my logic, it might not be the correct logic to everybody, but I'm never going to nobody's house, fighting them, and then the nigga go, all right, come on, sit down and eat.
But do you see how the image that was painted? You see how something you said that
it's
he
a
would
false narrative though.
You said that he would have took that footage of me getting up, telling him, yo, you pulled me down.
And you would have ran with it.
Me personally, I don't see anything. I know, how I am. I know what I'm coming with. I don't see anything wrong with. I wouldn't judge anybody off of that, but everybody is different.
Yeah, but I think that would have been corny, and I think you're in a very. I don't think you know how big you are.
Nah, but hold on. Before we get to that part, I'm just saying, like, you, from when that happened, I explained it because I exploded. You did. I want to talk about what you said as far as promoting your music. That's very important to me. Let's back up a little bit. When I told you that people would turn on me on the platform, I wasn't sad, though. You said I was sad. I wasn't sad.
No, I didn't say you were sad. It bothered you, though.
I told you that, yo, that's fucked up. But I don't give a fuck. And we laughed about it and we kept it moving.
No, but I could tell out of...
But the way
I know you.
The way you described it on Instagram, it made it seem that I told you I was sad.
No, I know you.
But
I know it bothered you.
Okay.
I didn't say that you were sad and you down. Like, no, it was bothering you. Like, why the fuck is all these motherfuckers, what the fuck going on? Like, your exact words. All I ever try to do is give these niggas an opportunity.
That's what I said to you. Yes, that's true. But we laughed about it after.
We laughed, but I know it bothered you.
Okay, so you know it bothered me.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like...
But how you described it was that I told you it bothered me. But I know I didn't tell you it bothered me because I wouldn't even use that word.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to. I don't have to fucking talk to you about certain shit and then I share certain shit with you. You're like, damn, Jay, that's crazy.
I see what
I
you're
might
saying.
not say it, but you yeah, I know that nigga tight. I know you was mad. You could tell. Your live, certain shit you would say, like a lot of people's doing a lot of shit up here. A lot. And you got a lot of negative backlash behind it. A lot. And that shit is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. And you caught a negative backlash over something that I chose to do. It wasn't, and I'm wrong.
But you kept
for that.
Do you feel like to a lot of people, like you was glorifying what you did?
It's not glorifying it. Once I get a bunch of trolls and people talking shit like, you caught backlash, I also caught backlash. You might have caught a brunt of backlash. You got way more followers than me and everything, but nigga, my DMs was full. And my comments was, nigga, when I see you, you did that to my man. So, of course, I'm ignoring the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But like, damn, nigga, niggas just think this is sweet. I'm going to start fucking with niggas now. Yeah, I'm going to put up pictures of me working out that I put up fucking
I remember it was
8 times already or 7. Didn't matter. It wasn't glorifying it. It's like, nigga, y'all throwing that shit out. I'm not going to just keep ignoring this shit. Nah, y'all niggas is talking a little too crazy.
But you didn't, not taking other people's feelings into consideration. Do you think that's...
You never spoke to me. You never spoke to me. This is the first time we're talking about this matter right now. If you would have told me right after the situation, yo, cuzzo, chill, this shit is bad, we gonna stay quiet and let it breeze over. You never said that to me. You just stopped talking to me.
Okay.
All it had to be was, yo, nigga, I ain't even fucking with what you doing right now, but yo, chill out on that shit. My shit a little crazy right now. We gonna let it ride out.
So you saying communication?
Hell yeah.
I felt that. Okay, so then I felt that you should have known it was wrong. So I felt that we've been through things like this before. Well, not on this magnitude, but just things where it was like
we've been through worse than this, kid.
Yeah, but not when it affects your pockets. And I use your job as an example because, you know, if somebody, or the job that you worked at, if somebody did that over there, they're gonna go to jail, and you get fired. I can't get you hired back if I go in there and do a prank at your job.
But I can say, every situation you've ever had in your life where I was involved in, I never gave you my back in a situation.
Okay.
Never. Male, female, in between, niggas I grew up with on my block, family members,
Wait,
anybody.
You did allow me to get jumped up the block when I attacked the guy in front of his brother. I
didn't allow you to get jumped. I went and I got your car keys because they were trying to take your car.
No, I saw you say, go ahead, handle your business. I saw you, and you said the reason that you did that was because I attacked him in front of his brother. That's what you said. Did you forget that?
No, listen.
Yeah.
You were in front of my house.
Mm-hmm.
You snuffed my childhood friends that I grew up with for 28 years in front of his brother.
Yes.
Right? His brother goes. He had another brother. It's 4 brothers.
It's 4 of them. That's it. Yes.
Right?
Yes, they are.
When you're fighting, and I'm like, yo, all right, nigga, okay, you're going to have to do that. The other brother is going in your car trying to take your car.
I think he was looking for something else.
Nigga, I'm in there fighting with the other brother. Getting your car key, making sure your car don't go nowhere.
I remember that, but I do remember you telling him to go ahead and do that. You said go ahead because Flip was wrong.
You snuffed him in front of your brother. You're going to have to handle that, but I'm still not going to let niggas just pounce your fucking head in.
I didn't say you let niggas pounce my head in.
You know what I'm saying?
But you did say I was. You said
he was wrong.
You told me that, and I had to take that. You told me that to my face.
But still in you being wrong, I'm still fighting for you.
But you knew what he was in the car going to look for, and you didn't want to make me
stopped it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I got my key back from a nigga that's damn near my best friend.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
but you told me to my face in front of him, like, yo, Flip, you wrong. I was like,
you wrong. But nigga, at the end of the day, you caught a light. Them niggas know you too. So it's not like you a stranger. Them niggas ain't jump you like no fucking stranger. They ain't stomp you out, kick your head in.
No, they did not.
No. It was a everybody knows each other in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really.
Do you? That's true. All right. Do you? You never gave me your back.
Never.
But you. Let's. So with the situation, we're gonna go to something else. Mm-hmm. Situation with Shahad. You know, I didn't speak to you.
Never.
You felt that I should have spoken to you about it. Communication is the key.
Fact.
I felt that you should have known that was inappropriate, and I needed my time. I wrote a long message in the group.
I feel like the message wasn't for the group neither.
What do you mean it wasn't for the group? You mean I should have told you personally?
Yeah, we could have had that because you got to remember this is a group of people that don't know me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but they have witnessed you do. They have witnessed you do things.
These niggas don't know me.
They don't know what you've done for me, but they have witnessed your behavior.
They don't know me.
As far as what?
They don't know me. Stace, Asia, Georgie, Presence at the time, whoever was a part of it.
He wasn't in there.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Lansky, whatever, Shampoo. They know I'm your cousin.
They weren't in there.
Yeah, but whoever was in there, I'm just saying to people. Yeah. They don't know me to my behavior, and they don't know that I'm dealing with them off of you.
Okay.
I'm just giving them the love, and they might be, he's cool. Niggas don't fucking know me. So you can say something to me, and I can say something to you.
Okay.
And it's been times that we talk to each other. You be like, yo, Jayo, don't talk to me like that in this room, because you never want nobody to feel comfortable with you.
That's true.
Fact.
I agree.
So once you said certain shit, it's like, okay, I could kind of play comfortable with Joker. Because Flip is saying this. No.
I don't think nobody said anything. I don't think anybody.
No, I'm just saying. Once you put certain things in there, it'll make somebody look at me a little different. Like, they don't know me. Mm-hmm. They don't know why I did what I did. They don't know. It might really look like, yo, that nigga was trying to clout up real fast.
That's what it looked like.
How does it look like that when you had this show?
You had your phone on coming here. You had your phone on. You had your phone. You had a whole. It looked like you premeditated the situation.
And when I'm telling you, when it was go time, if I tell you I forgot the fucking phone was on, would you tell me I was lying?
No, I wouldn't tell you was lying because I know. But I also have known you to punch somebody in the face on camera. I also have known you to run into situations and be luck. Nah, it's the truth. I see it. It's funny, but I've seen it. I've seen it. Now you're talking about a person that know you. So how am I supposed to take that? See, I wasn't even mad until I knew your phone was on. I'm gonna be honest. Like then me and Joker did. Then I found out your phone was on. There was a clip. That was like okay, because I know you. Yeah. So then either you wanted to. I didn't understand.
I really forgot the phone was on. During a certain part of it.
And then I
actually wanted people to see some of it.
Okay.
Because I wanted the message to get sent.
Okay, but why?
And it wasn't for clout. It was just nigga, don't come up here playing around.
My question was, why did you feel that you had to send a message off of my dime? Meaning like that, you look at me and you said, "You're my cousin, we family," but why? That was the first question. The second question was like, I don't think that you understood the fact that what you're doing or what you did has caused me to take has caused me to lose money, have caused certain things to happen. I just felt that you didn't understand that. You said I didn't talk to you about it. You're right. I did not talk to you about it, but I felt like we have been through a lot of stuff already that, like, you know me better than anybody else in here in this world.
This is what I'm telling you.
So it's like you should like. I felt like it's like
out of everything we've been through, way more serious than this.
Yes,
I've always communicated with you. I never.
That's true.
I never did the distance game with you. I always told you, you was wrong. You fucking bugging out, nigga. You bugging the fuck out. I let you know how I felt. Mm-hmm. And I fucked with you after that.
Sometimes we didn't talk for a while though, but
this is as we got older. Then you moved, and then we wouldn't talk for 5 because you were in control of the shit. Like, I'm gonna keep my distance with nigga. When we was living together and it was an everyday thing.
Yeah,
I mean, we done fought in front of my mother before,
and then you let me back in the house. That's true.
Facts.
The thing is though, I felt that you weren't seen. I felt that you were initially. I felt that you wasn't apologetic. I felt that it was like
that was forced because if you would have talked to me, I would have expressed to you why everything was done. Like even with Ebok, when I told Ebok, yo, I'm a burn. Ebok ain't come up here for that. Like Ebok ain't even from that type of fucking lifestyle to even for me to be talking to Ebok like that. I was wrong for that. Did I mean what I said in the heat? Yeah, I felt like you ain't supposed to be fighting, and that's how we handle shit. But did he deserve that? And was I wrong for it? Hell fucking yeah. Ebok ain't signed up for that. Ebok came up here to be a fucking intern, work the shit behind the boards and shit like that. It ain't Ebok place to be doing that shit.
In your mind, do you feel like that I was the reason that this happened by inviting Jihad up here?
I didn't care.
But when you said that,
Flip. I'm gonna be honest. Any situation we ever been, I never cared if you was wrong or right.
Okay.
I tell you how I feel about the situation after, but now you're getting to a point, and this is why I'm going to say what I'm going to say. You're very big. I don't think you even understand how big you are.
I don't.
Okay? And this is what you have to weigh into your equation now. You got a lot to lose. And you cannot continue to move the same way anymore. And it's just off of me. A lot of people know me, and I don't know them. With you, it's times 50. You don't want to be somewhere and somebody knows and sees you, and you get caught in a bad predicament off of the energy that you're putting out. Telling niggas to pull up, suck your dick, da-da-da, this, that, and the third. Even though that's what we from, gotta turn it off. If somebody try to violate you, your morals and your principles and violate, hell yeah, it's all for it. If I would have got a call and Jenna would have told me, yo, somebody came up here to talk to you, I would have came up here on no rah-rah shit. I know how to conduct myself very well. I ain't a rude person. I don't come around and start problems with people. None of that shit. That's never been me. I'm always a people person. Always cool as shit. I will make an example out of somebody. But I ain't no person I know.
Now, by saying myself. That your character is like that you know how to conduct yourself, can't you see why somebody would get upset? Because we know, or I know you know how to conduct yourself, but then you didn't conduct yourself in the matter of when this is a business.
You can say that in a thing where you're going with me off of 10 years ago, and you're letting things that I've done in the past give you the judgment on a situation in the present. Like, nigga, I was 10, 13, 14, 15 years ago.
Do you remember how the fight started with me and the guy on your block that day? Do you remember what you did?
Who?
The day I hit, what's his name? You remember?
Nah, what I do?
Stop playing around. Stop playing around.
Nah, for real, what you talking about? Nigga, we had mad. It's infinity fight stories with me.
So, and I wrote this in a group. And not saying that I cared about this person because I really didn't. I didn't.
Oh, when the shit with the phone and you snuffed the nigga for the phone, and then my mom's was outside.
Not that one.
Which one?
We talking about one with Cece.
Yeah, okay.
So,
what about it?
So okay.
You got mad because I fucked her. You said you liked her, and I fucked her just to show you that I could fuck her.
Okay,
Facts.
now. A situation happened like that to you too. After.
Yeah.
You didn't like it.
No.
You told me out your mouth like you didn't like it. You ain't saying in front of our homie, probably privately, but to me you was like, I ain't like that shit. That was fucked up. Not from him, but like you felt bad about that as far as the situation.
Anybody would feel bad.
Okay, so now I called you and said, yo, I finally took it down.
Yeah.
That's what I said to you. You like, oh yeah, she been wanting to make me take it down. I said, get the fuck out of here. No, she did.
Go ahead. You was mad about that, boy?
I'm just saying, no, I wasn't really mad about it. I'm telling you what transpires.
You took your anger out for my situation on a situation with the niggas from my block, and it led to that.
Because she was there. She came out the crib
That's
with
what
you.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah. But you
took
see
the
what
energy from me in that situation to the niggas with
But
my
what I'm
block,
saying is that you told me on the phone and then you end up doing it. You wasn't even after her. You just do. Exactly. So, not that I meant.
Listen, I can look back on events and say when I'm corny. That was corny.
I came to your crib and she came outside. You're smiling at me with your head up.
That was me stroking a stupid ass ego as a little kid. It was stupid. It was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Who gives a fuck? Like, if you as my cousin, if you like the bitch, regardless of how I feel about the bitch, or regardless if I can fuck the bitch, why would I fuck her to make you feel low? No, it's not even funny. Like, yo, real shit. I really look at myself sometimes, and you think about shit that you do. You be like, yo, that was just fucking wrong, man. That was corny. I ain't had to fuck that girl. How you just laughing? I'm being dead serious. I didn't have to. She was not on my radar. I was not thinking about the bitch or nothing. It's just because you said it like, yeah, I took it down. And I think you told me I couldn't fuck. I think that's what it was. I think you said like, oh, nigga, you can, oh, yeah, nigga. And I'm like, I can fuck her. And that's what it was. You told me I couldn't. Because she's related to something. Like, nigga, oh, what, nigga, da-da-da-da. I ain't gonna say the two niggas' names that she's related to or whatever. Yeah. Nigga, you can't do that, da-da-da-da. What, nigga, them niggas are... And I did it. And that was just to fuel a stupid-ass ego. That means nothing.
So, when you did that.
Yeah.
Right? I told you that you did it, and it was like, why you did that? And that happened to you, situation.
Yeah.
You said we don't have to hide nothing. We're not saying no name, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to you where a homie of ours had a girl who was your girlfriend suck his dick.
Yeah.
And you didn't like it.
No.
So you didn't like it, and then you turned up on top of that. See, I didn't. You turned up in a different way. I turned up in a different way.
That's a fact.
So do you think that was also a lesson that you put that type of energy in there?
That's a fact. This is why I'm very careful on, like, even if people like right now. I told you I started going to the therapy and shit like that. I don't want to date anybody right now. I don't want to be in a relationship with nobody right now.
Mm.
I don't want to. I gotta get to understand certain shit about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certain things that I can't let things from my past or toxic relationships that go on now affect what I have going on now. Mm-hmm. It'd be unfair to that person.
Mm-hmm.
So me being myself and knowing this now, it takes a lot for a person to go, you know what, let me correct this shit with myself. Let me focus on this. And let me do the right thing. Mm-hmm. And not have so much fucked up ways within myself where I'll fuck up the friendship and I might end up never talking to this person again. And this could go with you too. It's not just females. Same shit with you. I didn't go on the internet and say no crazy shit about you.
A little bit.
I didn't. When?
When you said that, we're gonna talk about that. You said that I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
You said that I didn't help. If I would have helped you with your music, you felt that you would have been somewhere.
That wasn't crazy. I told you my exact words verbatim was Flip advocated for someone else in a situation.
Who? You talking about Georgie?
Yes. Not that I held it against you. I was just giving a response to a comment. People are commenting at the bottom.
That's true. I saw all that.
It's like, yo, Flip never helped you with your music.
There was something else that you said after that.
Yeah, what?
That if Flip helped me with my music, you think if Flip helped me with my music, I would be in this situation? Or
No.
this? I didn't say situation, but you use another word. You said, I'm not even going to say anything.
No.
If I start...
No, the music,
I won't even do that.
The music as to where it is right now could be in a further place just because you have certain eyes on you.
Okay.
So as to if you advocated for what I got going on, it'll further shit way easier.
So what about the time when I wanted to do music and you didn't want to do it with me?
I wrote your first record for you.
No, but you didn't want to do the music with me.
I wrote your first record for you.
And I think that you
went viral off of. And
No,
you
no.
didn't listen. I wrote your first.
You didn't
record.
write the first. You wrote
Chicken Noodle Soup with the Ham on the Side is a record that I wrote.
What did you write exactly?
The hook.
The
Chicken
hook.
Noodle Soup with the Ham on the Side.
That's what you said?
Chicken Noodle Soup with the
You didn't say that part.
No, that was the other part. Okay, but
You came up with the whole Ham on the Side.
cool. I got locked up in between this time. You took the record. You went viral with the record. And you put Frenchie on the record.
Okay. What about okay, let's back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When I wanted to do music, you didn't want to do it with me.
No, I told you.
You nor One Shot. I remember in the Coliseum. No, let me finish.
Go ahead.
You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it with me. Pooh was my witness. Pooh could sit here and say, Joker, I was there. You didn't want to do it. Hold on.
You can't say. Listen, I didn't feel. You wasn't really rapping, right?
Okay.
And I would actually sit in a room with you. And we would write shit.
The first time I wanted to do music was in your house when I said I
Yes.
wanted to do
So
music.
look,
Yeah.
even me, it was more like coaching and try to show you how to do things a little bit first.
Okay.
So when you first wanted me to jump on a record, I didn't feel like you were ready yet, like recording wise. So no, I didn't take it that serious. At the first time you wanted to do music. No, but even when you wanted to do it, I still wrote records with you. I still gave you ideas.
You gave me that idea, yeah.
I still came to the studio with you. And when me and Pooh was sitting outside the booth, I'm like, yo, Flip, say this like this. Or do this like this. Or do this like this. Me and Pooh sat outside and did this for you.
When I was doing the funny records like Under the Sea. That's true.
That's a fact. So it was.
But I don't think you remember the first initial thing
No.
as far I took as discouragement. It could have been taken as discouragement,
well,
no?
all you had to do was,
Communicate, right?
Nigga, with me, bro, I was a nigga that started in a group full of niggas. I couldn't rap on beat at first. And everybody was better than me. And them niggas was fucking laughing. Them niggas was laughing at me, nigga. Like, nigga, I come from a block of fucking Vikings, bro. It was a laughing stock at first. And nah, I had a fucking computer. I used to fucking download the instrumentals off Napster with a microphone. And I used to rap and voice record myself. That's how I learned how to rap on beat. These niggas was laughing at me at first. No niggas didn't want to do records with me at first. Joker can't rap on beat. That was the funny shit. And I stuck at it. So nah, I didn't take it. I didn't feel that you wasn't rapping. You wasn't barring. You was making funny songs. She smells like the sea under the sea. I was still with you doing this shit. You wanted to do a record, and I'm like, nah, not yet. One Shot didn't want to do it. I still helped. Still helped. When nobody understood this shit, I still helped. So you can't say like, nah, because nigga, at one point in time, I was a nigga nobody wanted to do records with. And I know how that shit feel. When it's like, yo, that's why I helped. I helped plenty of artists, you know. Plenty. Write records for plenty. Because of the same feeling. I know how it feels. Nobody wants to feel like that. Hell no. Nobody ever want to fucking feel like that. Who wants to feel as one of the fucking lowest feelings in the world? Hell no. Nobody want to feel like that. Shit is bullshit.
So when you say a line like that, it makes me go back to that. Like, well, you didn't want to do a record with me initially.
Yeah, because I didn't feel like he was for rapping.
I'm just saying that that's what make that's why I'm like, why would he say that when Jayo got to admit that? Because you say that I do agree with you about the shit with Georgie. I can't when that was brought to my attention, I didn't even know you was in the room. I knew you was in the room, but I didn't know you was in the room.
It was not. It was just
and not that you felt. I felt the way as like. For Alchemist to say that to me, like, yo, I'm not even pushing my own cousin. That was crazy. And at the time, let me finish. At the time, I was just stuck on trying to push her because I thought that her and I had a certain type of friendship where I could do that. But, that's not anymore.
Yeah.
And I felt I made a mistake doing that.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're human.
I can go on record and say that I should have never promoted her.
I don't think you shouldn't have never promoted her. I just think the intention of promoting her.
I think that me promoting her, I don't think that it was appreciated.
Once something is done wholeheartedly, you'll never feel no way about doing it. You'll never feel no way about, like my little sis, Janaski, right? She had a little gripe with Face.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of put a little stain on our relationship a little bit. But we just spoke again. And it was just like...
So you're saying that my intentions for doing it for her is what's wrong?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I had bad intentions.
You just might be a little bad judge of character sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might just have a certain motive. Or maybe it's... At the end of the day, it's what you want to do, regardless.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you what to do. It's just Alchemist. Alchemist is a fucking... credited producer. It's Eminem's DJ.
I can't argue with that.
Light is my manager.
I can't.
Light is 50 Cent's barber. The circle just went just like this. As soon as Alchemist said my name, it was bing, boop, 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 boop. And it's like, you met up with Yayo in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And Yayo brings up my name to you.
I brought up your name.
And Yayo's like, yo, I didn't, that's your cousin? For real? Oh, that nigga music is...
That's true.
There ain't nothing I feel as far as when it comes to the internet and doing skits that you can't do. I feel that when you put your mind to anything, and I always tell you this, since we was kids, you always recreate yourself, you always find your lane.
Yeah.
I will never question you on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think when it comes to music and it comes down to writing songs, you will ever question me on that.
No.
So if that's our strengths, that's what you play on. Anytime... It's anything with the internet. Yo, Flip, you the first person I call. Yo, Flip, how you do this shit with the da-da-da-da-da? What the fuck is an algorithm? What the fuck is shadow ban? I call you an I don't call nobody else.
I told you about the followers.
Facts. And it worked.
Yeah, I told you.
And it worked.
I felt that day when I did that, when I saw you in there, he said that, I felt crazy. I don't know why I felt crazy, but I'm like, damn, like, that was corny. So I can't argue with you when you said that.
Sometimes people just do shit. Listen, man. Sometimes you just got tunnel vision on one thing and you don't understand how you making other people feel on the outside.
Yeah. That I can't.
That's life.
I'm 100% wrong on that.
That's
life.
And
the thing is too though is like I gave you pointers as far as like what to do with the not the music, but how to do things, and I but when you say something like that, it paints a narrative to the people that. Flip don't want to see or don't support you, and I support you. I may not be there as I would have back in the days, but if you need me, I'm there, and vice versa. I feel like you have communicated with me, and I feel like even other people have told me they told you like, yo, I told Jayo why he ain't holler at you to do this or why he
never asked. People don't even know. I don't even ask you.
Yeah, you never asked me for nothing. So when you said that line, it's like you got an ego as well. You never. The only thing you asked me about to do was the Fridays thing. I said.
This is what I'm saying. You got to get to a point where you got to strip your ego.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to you egoless right now. I don't give a fuck who sees it, how they feel. I'm sharing fucking personal shit about my family. Like, I'm letting people actually get a good understanding of me right now. It's because I don't care what people think about me. Mm-hmm. I've reached a point where I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I know the way I want to live my life. I know that the people that need to be in my life when I start living this way will be 100% genuine for me, and I'll be the same way with them.
Okay.
So whoever sees this and they don't like what we're saying, it doesn't matter to me. I don't have an ego about it. I'm not going to say nothing to make myself seem bigger than what I am, and I'm not going to say nothing to make myself seem more little than what I am.
Okay.
I'm going to just put it straight down the middle. Clean cut. People get involved in their ego so much where it's like, you might feel somebody can't tell you something when it comes to up here.
Facts.
Because you built it on yourself, by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You went viral yourself. You did these things yourself. That doesn't mean that I can't tell you something that's right or wrong.
Okay.
Some of the best advice I ever got was from a crackhead. Crackhead people overlook all day. And the shit that he go through or went through in his life. Like, you know, I used to be just like you, man. Get all the girls, popular, all that shit. I smoked crack one time, nigga. I've been hooked ever since, man. I can't kick this shit, man. I lost all my girl, lost my teeth, da-da-da-da. He said, but I was like you before when I was your age. And then you start asking around the neighborhood. They said, nah, that nigga was fly. He was fire, nigga. It was a man. He ain't got no teeth now, but nigga, he was man back in the day. And he got life lessons. Well, you think a crackhead can tell you the same thing somebody rich tell you, and you'll value the shit over the rich person.
Okay.
Just because of their stature and how you feel. They're successful, but they could offer you the same thing. They could offer you the same thing. And I humbled myself to that point where I could listen to a crackhead the same way I fucking listen to somebody that does real estate, because you can learn something from anybody. And that's where I'm at with it now. Was I always like that in my life? Hell, fucking no. We know that. It was one of the first thing I tell nigga, I don't give a fuck, suck my dick. I don't care, go get your gun. It's my favorite shit. Stupid, ignorant. We were brought up, we were taught the wrong things, bro. We wasn't brought up to be bosses. We was brought up to be enforcers. Nobody taught us to grow like a boss.
Mm.
Think of everybody. Anybody that was older. Fox, Webb, Nitty, all of that. It wasn't taught to be like them or acquire the things that they got. It's to protect what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't let a nigga violate you. Blow your pistol. Do this, do that, do that. Bosses don't do that, bro.
I was going to talk about the Fox situation, but I want to save that for Flip the Script.
Mm-hmm.
I think that gives people something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if you felt the way about, how that whole played out as far as me being involved in, But we'll talk about that on Flip the Script. I think I think that's better to say that.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, so you are acknowledging that acknowledgement is key. I acknowledge a lot of things. I just think that, especially another thing that I thought that you went kind of far with, and is when you went on live and you stated you named everybody up here, and you said if they talked bad about you, they could suck your dick.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was, especially some of people names that they didn't even have
named everybody.
I know, but some people, had nothing bad to say about you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I said that because I didn't know who said whatever. So it was just anybody that had something bad, because I never spoke bad about nobody.
No, you haven't. But everybody's not like us.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm just letting it be known, if you got something bad to say about me behind my back, you suck a dick. Choke on it.
I think that and then I had during my rant I had brought Jenna name up. I said, tell Jayo what you said about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I spoke to her after, and she was like, you made it seem like I talked bad about him and stuff. And she said that she expressed to you the fact about one of the things she said, which was about a time where you was trying to send pictures. And sent pictures.
Off of your go ahead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just, you know, I mean, it's not. I'm not making this about her, but she just felt the way, I guess, because she felt that I was trying to make it seem like she was talking bad and running around talking bad about you. And
Listen, at the end of the day, Flip, we had a time point in life, right? And I'm gonna give an analogy, right? And I want you to apply this to your whole shit. And anybody that sees this, I want them to apply this to their life, right? I was watching the Floyd Mayweather interview one day, right? And the guy was like, yo, you've been champion for 17 years. How did you remain undefeated? Right? And he was like, you want to know the truth? And he said, yeah. He said, all right, look. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I've been champion for 17 years. So by the time somebody gets in the ring, they've been training to fight me for about 12, 13. I was the nigga they idolized. So they've been training to knock my fucking head off for 14 years, 10 years, 12 years. And I've been in there with people, in my 17 years of being champion, even before that, I've been in there with people that got better jabs than me, that are faster than me, got a better hook than me, better footwork. But what I do better than anybody else in the world is adjust. And that shit hit me. Boom. And he said, if somebody hits hard, I won't stand in front of them to get hit. I'll hit them in angles where I could hit them, and I'll fight them in the 7th round, because people that are strong, they're front runners. They only train for 5 or 6 rounds because that's how long the fight gonna last. If a person got a better jab, better hook, I'll give them angles, feints, and certain shit. I'll take their strength away from them, and I'll adjust to them. I can't fight everybody the same way. Mm-hmm. He said, so take that away. I like Rolls Royces. So he said, if I go down the block and I hit a pothole and I crack my axle, when I go down the block again, I'm going to go around the pothole. I'm not going to hit the pothole no more.
Okay.
I'm going to adjust to it. So if we see that things are wrong in our actions and our behavior and things that we taught, why can't we make the necessary adjustments?
Have you made the necessary adjustments?
I feel that I've made a lot of adjustments. I don't think I'm done adjusting. I don't think I'm 100% there, but I think I'm the best I've ever been. I think I'm the most humble I've ever been. I think I'm the most understanding I've ever been.
You said that I can see a lot of improvement. You said that the way I did things that day when I ranted, you don't agree with it. Mm-mm. And what part that you don't agree with exactly?
You bottled everything until you exploded. So you reacted out of emotion. You didn't react out of intelligence, because everything you said before that was, I would never say anything to make my cousin look crazy on the internet. Mm-hmm. And that day you did.
Crazy how?
Just the things you were saying. Remember, you said a lot during that live.
I remember what I said.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't react out of anger and spew anything back towards you. No, because I understood. I said, why does he feel like that?
Did you realize that you kept coming into the live and I didn't say anything about it? I didn't speak to you. Mm. I didn't speak to you, but you kept coming in the live and you kept doing things, and you had to know I was going to say something.
It was trolling. I said it was a joke. You knew this. I said, oh, Flip doesn't want to respond to my shits. I'm a troll. I'm going to become a professional troll now. I was playing around. You knew this. It was just that day. Jenna said something. It triggered it. What Jenna said, I'm not even going to say what she said, but Jenna was the reason why you flipped. And I seen what she said, and I seen what made you tick.
Yeah, you can say it.
Doesn't matter, because I don't care.
Okay, I don't care neither.
You know what I'm saying? It's just...
At the time, though, yeah, that is true.
So, tea kettle. It got hot, you went off.
But you said that you said that...
I don't agree with it, because I would never deal with you in that manner.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what a nigga... Even when I went live after that, I said, I'm just going to address what Flip did. I don't agree with it. And I said I would never say anything crazy towards him. I just said I never gave him my back in a situation, and I felt what you just did. It's like, damn, you come at me like that? Like, nigga, I ain't never give you my back in no situation. I don't even think you should feel this way.
Okay.
That was it. I ain't going into detail about the situation or how I felt you shouldn't have did this. Nah, we here today. Maybe if we talked during that time when you was mad, maybe I would have reacted different. Maybe we would have said some shit. We fucking want to end up fighting or some shit. Maybe we just needed the space. It is what it is. But now that I look back at the situation, you still here. Your platform ain't full. You might have lost some sponsors, but you all right. You ain't broke. You might have took a hit. You might have caught a body shot. Niggas might have knocked the wind out of you. You all right, though? True champions get knocked on their ass and they bounce back. That's the definition of a champion. It's easy. It's easy to listen. That's what I tell another person. I don't never judge nobody's character when everything's going good. Never. So I stay quiet. I look at people. When everything's good, everybody functions okay. Everybody functions fine. But let some turmoil happen. Let some shit go wrong. You start seeing people character. They can't take it. They start freaking out, bug out. They start acting irrational. I don't never judge people when everything goes good. You see a true man's character in the midst of adversity and turmoil. It takes a different type of nigga to get knocked on his ass and get up.
I respect that.
You got up off your ass a lot of times. A lot of times. Facts. You always bounce back. We always bounce back. So it's ain't nothing. Like I said, it's just another little hiccup. Shit ain't about nothing.
Do you think that did people know that we weren't speaking?
Yeah, it was obvious. Everybody would. The comments, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows our relationship, and then it just stopped. They would make it obvious when I would comment and you wouldn't respond to my comments. You would respond to everybody's comments. You'd be like, oh, Jayo in the building, Jenna in the building, da-da. You wouldn't say Jayo's in the building. You say everybody else's name except mine. And I would say certain things and you just act like you didn't think. So they put two and two together. We wasn't beefing, we just ain't speak. It wasn't like no beef.
But your ego was there too because you felt like that you wasn't going to sit there and call me or try to reach out to me.
I have a phone number. You change your phone number. And I wasn't going to pull up to your house. You ain't want to speak. When you wanted to speak, you would speak. The same way how you text me your new number when you felt like you wanted to talk. You changed your number. I watched you meet up with Jenna. I watched you meet up with everybody else. Say, fuck, they ain't no more flip set. You was doing the shows by yourself, and then I watch you bring everybody else up here one by one again. And never reach out to me.
I did that because I didn't want to. Well, I didn't think that the public saw it like that.
It's obvious.
But I didn't want to, and I told them this, and I tell you this. My thing was never to try to play you or make you look crazy.
You can't in a situation like that.
But that was my reasons for doing it. I had to. I'm not gonna go in there like, yo, fuck out of here to Jayo, and you're not part of what I'm doing anymore. So even though I was mad at you and Jenna for calling you because I gave her specific rules not to call you.
Yeah, she told me, she said, you told her don't ever call him.
Yeah, specific rules, and she went against it. My mother didn't think she did anything wrong. A lot of people didn't think she did anything wrong.
I think she deserves a conversation. Her being your best friend also. I think she's a female.
Yeah. Yeah.
And her being a female, when somebody's in danger, she's going to do what females do.
I wish the best. And yeah, we'll figure it out. We spoke about it.
I think you should give her.
No, we spoke about that situation.
Take Jahad's two people that he came up at.
Okay.
And replace one of them with a young me or me. They would have jumped the shit out you downstairs.
Yes.
And Jenna's phone call could have saved you and helped you.
True.
So you got to look at it. Just so happened that the situation played out like that. But picture it was wrong.
But I ended up being right of how it was going to play out.
Yeah, one time. You be wrong mad times, though.
Not mad times. I don't be that wrong.
You talking to me now. You be wrong.
I be right a lot of times.
You be wrong and strong, too. You be wrong as shit.
Nah.
You be wrong as shit.
I be right about a lot of things, though. You got to say, I be right about a lot of things.
Listen, man. I always say I communicate and I speak about things because I look at my pops and then I could tell he wants to talk.
But he can't.
He can never do it. So I don't never hold nothing in no more. I just get it out. It's like, fuck it.
The thing is, I told her not to call you. She called you. Fine. We got past that.
Called you because it was your best friend and she thought something bad was going to happen to you. She's not wrong for that.
Yeah. That's opinions.
And then she called other people before she called me. I was like the emergency, like, you know when you break the glass and you got to get him out.
Yeah.
So she wasn't wrong for that. She didn't know that it would end up like that. She didn't know that, and I can honestly say because she's a female. She was just nervous. Like if you heard how nigga, she called me 3 times.
I mean,
frantic. The last time, the first one was, I think somebody's coming up to the studio. You know what I'm saying? To something with Flip. She said I called Face first. And I don't know if she called anybody else after that, but she was like, he told me not to call you, but I just want to let you know, because nigga, I would have been mad at her if she didn't call me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it from other parts of the border. I understand you looking at it one way, but you gotta understand where you're coming from. But you want them niggas had a knife, gun, something. Shit goes wrong, kid. Like where we from, shit goes bad, my nigga. Like it go bad. It goes bad, and people don't understand those rules because they didn't grow up how we grew up. Like certain people in the comments are gonna be like, "Yo, this is stupid. Why did they do that? It was dumb. It's bad for business." They won't understand where we came from. And
a lot of people felt there we go. A lot of people felt that you were doing things because you wanted to do them, because that was your family and you can do it.
False.
And no, felt. I didn't say it was facts. And the way it looked, or made me look, that, you know, I'm giving my cousin leeway. You know, I'll give you an example. You know, Shampoo. You know, I explained to you about Shampoo, who he is, before you came up here. Mm-hmm. We had a discussion about Shampoo and his views on things. You say you didn't like it. Mm-hmm. But yet you came up here and still said things to make him feel uncomfortable. And even if you didn't intentionally make him feel uncomfortable, it's what you did when we had a conversation prior. Like, yo, Jayo, that's how he talked to you and Mo. You see, Mo chose not to come back up here, but you, because, you know, the personality, and I like being around you, and I like the fact that because I always talked about you. Yeah. You still did it anyway. And so people, it's like, you're not listening.
I didn't do anything to Shampoo besides just the shit when he spoke on Nipsey. That's when I came up and I was like, nigga, I'm going to come up there. That's the only time I really had anything with Shampoo. Prior to that, the first time I met Shampoo, the first 10 minutes I met him, he was talking about, I beat the shit out of my wife. You know, that's automatic. I'm like, what the fuck? And you looked at me like, Jayo, chill. That's the first time I met him.
Yeah, but you also got aggressive that day. It's on tape.
Yes, because I don't know him.
But I spoke to you prior, before you met him.
No, when I came up, you spoke to me about that situation after that day. You remember I just came up because you didn't even know I was coming up. You was mad at Face because I just came up here out of nowhere.
That's true. Okay, got it.
You never spoke to me about Shampoo. The first time I met Shampoo, he was talking about beating his wife.
Oh, yes.
And that's when I had the situation. Then you had the conversation with me about that after.
Got it.
And I never did nothing to him after that. I ain't say no crazy shit to him. None of that. I never did nothing until the situation with the Nipsey shit.
But you threatened to slap him.
Yeah, because he was fucking out of line. He was out of line, and then I know.
And then you came up to the studio place. You know, you still, you know, you see how it looks. To people?
So look, I'm explaining to you now. Nipsey was such a loved person that, say the wrong person saw that.
A lot of wrong people saw that.
Listen, and
man, you don't talk about it on the
your whole platform could have caused a lot of flack. And
That's
then
true.
some of the people that love Nipsey the way they do don't care if they just get Shampoo. It's like them niggas up there is playing.
I know how I go.
So that's why that was the reaction. It wasn't just, oh, I'm going to do what I want to do. No. You know, I'm a nigga that sizes a whole situation. I think. I'm like, oh, this nigga's bugging.
But you told me at one point that you thought Shampoo was funny, but then when you...
I think he's talented. On a microphone, he's a funny guy. He's funny. He's entertaining. He's definitely, out of the people you have up here, he's definitely one of the front runners. He's amazing at what he does. Does he go too far? Yes. Because I've seen him do it more than once. And he talks about the dead like it's funny. It ain't funny. And everybody's just not going to be with the ha 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 when you talking on dead people. It's not funny. It's not funny.
But do you feel that it gives you the authority to want to attack him?
No, I feel it gives me the authority to say something when I feel like it's going to affect everybody else up here.
So you felt that I wasn't in town at the time.
You were in Jamaica. Remember, I spoke to you in the morning and I told you. We spoke.
And I was upset at you.
Yeah, you called me and we spoke. And you was like, oh, word, that's what happened?
I didn't know, because I thought that they were saying that Jayo went up there. I'm like, why would Jayo do that?
I ain't up here trying to throw, nigga, man. The last thing I want to come up here and trying to be somebody's tough guy. That shit just played out. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. That era of toughness and all that shit, look where Suge Knight at. Shit doesn't matter anymore, kid. It's about getting to the money, living your life the best way you can live your life, and taking care of the people that you care about. All other shit don't matter, my nigga. All that shit we grew up on was wrong. Niggas raised us wrong, bro. They taught us wrong shit. So now it's, are you strong enough to what you have in your brain and your thinking? Can you rewire it? Can you make the adjustments? Can you really go, you know what? Nah, that's wrong. Nigga, we used to go, I remember we used to go to BBQs to get something to eat. We would strap up to go get something to eat. Why the fuck we gonna get a gun to sit down and eat? We don't need to be going there.
Okay, it's true. It's how it is. It's life.
If I see somebody's erratic, say I see me at 20, I'm just gonna avoid him.
Or you may shoot him.
I'm gonna just stay away from him.
Or you may shoot him.
I have to place myself in a situation.
That's like how people wanted to shoot us.
Listen, and this is what I'm telling you.
And then, side note, you used to say, yo, I want the old flip back and stuff, but you forget about the bad space that I was in. Breaking people's windows, trying to attack innocent people over girls that left me.
When I say the old flip, when I say I want the old flip back, it's not.
You would say that you're called TJ Lion. That's what you do.
It's not.
You didn't do that?
No, you're taking it wrong. You think I'm talking about negative acts.
Okay.
I'm talking about your energy. I'm talking about your energy of not stopping and believing in yourself when nobody else believed in you. You always had a go in you, like, nigga, I'm Lionheart. They used to call you Lionheart. You had a fucking heart of a lion, bro.
That's true. Yeah.
So when I be like, I want the old flip back, it's just that passion. It flickers now.
Yeah, but because I ignore a lot of things. We let a lot of people get away with things, and you're like, yo, fuck that, Because a lot of things.
It's not about.
Have allowed. So when you say it after those situations, it to me, it's like you want me to go back into a bad space.
No,
so
I took it the wrong way.
Okay.
I'm taking it. Okay, now say you got your passion, and you're passionate with everything you do, and you look at the callers right now. You go, you know what? I'm gonna breathe life back into this right here before I walk away from it. And you put a cast that you know can carry it, not half-ass it. Not half-ass it and go, oh, let me see what works. Or nah, really go. You know what? This is what I built. This is what I'm going to do before I step away from it. You have the power to do it. Got the power to do anything. I watch you chicken noodle soup with the ham on the side. Viral. Millions of views. I went to jail and came back. You was the man on MySpace. Couldn't rap like that. But still made it work. I'm sitting here could rap my ass off. I ain't getting that done. So when I say the old flip, it's just a passion that you had to just go. Not get caught up in my ego. Not get caught up in I'm the man. Nah, it's work. Go. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to fucking figure it out.
And do I tend to get caught up in my ego, you feel?
Sometimes, yeah. Because I'm not around you to tell you about yourself. Or I'm not around you to say things to you that niggas is not going to say to you. I'm not around you to tell you that you're wrong all the time. And everybody's not going to tell you that you're wrong because the position you have.
I mean, I think that you were wrong by saying that, too. I heard that part. And I think that you guys, I'm not afraid to tell Flip anything. And,
No, there's a lot of things that people will disagree with you on and not say anything because it's like, I don't want to get into it with them. Me, I'm not going to care. And it's not that I don't value our relationship, or it's just that's just me.
But the things that I don't question me on or tell me, but the thing, I think that I heard when you said that, and I started to agree with you to a certain extent, but I think that the reason why people don't argue with me is because I know what I'm talking about in regards of
sometimes
this platform, in regards of what I'm doing and how it's supposed to work. So I think that my track record has proven that.
Sometimes. And sometimes people want to say things to you and they don't say it.
I don't
Fact.
know. I don't know. I can't.
You won't know because they don't say it.
But how would you know?
How would I know?
Yeah, because you may want to say it, but that doesn't mean.
You ever seen? They say communication is. You could tell a lot about somebody's body language.
Okay.
I don't have to really like. I know everybody don't like me. I come around. I know. I'm just like, oh man, it's cool. I greet everybody with respect and shit like that. It's just.
For the record, nobody have ever told me they didn't like you. For the record. Mm-hmm. All the females, everybody said they fuck with you. Mm-hmm. They may have pointed something out to me that you have done. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, I'm like, nah, I don't want to hear that. Mm-hmm. But nobody have never, they always like, yo, that nigga, I fuck with him. Mm-hmm. But that's what I don't like. Like, I feel like if you could say something to me, you go tell him that. Don't tell me, because I'm not going to listen to you against my family.
But you know why people say they fuck with me? You can go to every person on your platform, and I've had a one-on-one conversation with them.
They said that.
I speak life into them.
I don't know about that part, but they said.
No, positive shit. Like, I talk to them, and, like, say, Bubbles got lupus, and I saw that she had lupus. Mm-hmm. I know that sour sap is good. I'll get my mother to go get sour sap, and I'll call Bubbles on my own, like, yo, your lupus is really that bad? Da-da-da, is that a third? Okay, I could do this, da-da-da, for you. Bing. Stace will have certain ideas of comedy or this, that, and the third, da-da-da, I got for. I'll call Stace. Hey, yo, Stace, try to do this. When she did the 10 crack commandment shit, da-da-da, yo, Stace, make sure you get that shit done. That shit is tomorrow, da-da-da, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. Me and Face speak every fucking day. Yo, Face, don't stop. Face came from Facebook going live with me when I used to be in transit going live in the booth with my fucking work uniform on. He came from there to having 2,000 followers on fucking Instagram. to building it to what he got. But I speak to Face every day. Mm-hmm. And I reassure him, yo, what you doing, you great at what you're doing. Don't stop. Keep going.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You could name anybody on your platform. I've done it. Why are you looking at me like that?
There is a thing that I can't say.
What?
I can't say it, but
You can't say what? What are you talking about?
I just can't say it. It's nothing. You didn't do nothing bad, but I had spoke to you about going at some people or someone in particular, and I just can't say it right now because of just say, yo, Jayo, I don't like the fact that you playing around with that person too much or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was. And look.
And hold on.
Go ahead.
It's a consistent thing though with you. Like it's like you did a step before and look what it calls a domino effect. A whole.
But I'm grown, Flip. Listen. It's not about.
And you would reassure me like, yo, Flip, I'm not worried about that. But I didn't understand your angle. I didn't understand why you thought it was because nobody else would do it. Nobody, and not that they was afraid. It's just a respect thing. Like, yo. All right, we see this is unless you saw somebody, we see that this is how you feel. Yeah. We gonna chill. You was the only one that would push the line. I watch you do it.
Nah, but
extra stuff. I watch you.
No, but
bro.
Listen, even when I'm doing that, I'm not doing that to make you feel no type of way. If that's just the interaction that I got with the person, but I'm not gonna cross the line though. I've crossed the line with you already, and I see what happens. So it's like I could just stay away from that. I got my own things I could get involved in.
But you also told me that, like, not to take that serious. You also told me don't take that serious. Like, yo, don't let that come in between us. So I thought that was an amazing thing. But then it's like, I don't think if you looked at your behavior, like, you were doing it. I didn't
but
do it.
my behavior is not out of malice or trying to get anything funny to happen.
So what was it? You just building a bond with somebody that you thought that was
Just
interesting?
cool. That was it. Just like
cool
I'm not trying to get cool to nail or nothing like that. Nah. I got nigga. You know my plate. Like
No.
You know what goes on with me personally. You know who I date. You know what I deal with.
I never took it. I just took it that, you know, even other people said it, but they will, of course, they will not say it. You know.
They said that what?
Just like, you know, why would Jayo do that? He knows, everybody knows. And I kind of agree because it's like, okay, he does. You're the first person I told.
These niggas.
You're the first person I told. It's the truth.
No, but it's not.
I told you privately before anybody else. What was before? Because you saw something. So you knew, and then you tend to do things to like show me that you can do it. And then it puts me in a position with that person.
No, but you know what it is?
And then when it happened to you, you didn't like it.
It's you guys should. I should have never fucked easy. Listen, man, we bigger, we better at the end of the day.
No, but I would say that you didn't. I would say that you
Listen,
always.
We family, man. I'm not about to be letting my dick jeopardize a bond or hurt your feelings or none of that.
Well, I'm good now. I'm just. I wish that you would lay the golden.
I wouldn't even
baby sham. That's what the person needs.
Baby leg.
They need. I'm good. I'm all the way good.
It's not about that. But at the end of the day, like when you live a certain type of way, you gotta factor in people's emotions, and I think people don't do that. People don't factor in how somebody else might feel or why they might feel like they're like, I don't know your fucking dealings with a person, male or female. You know what I'm saying? I might say something like, when I told Ebach I'd fucking burn him, you might be like, damn, come on.
I ain't like that. I really did.
You know what I'm saying? So
I really did it.
It's just, you know, factoring in more shit, man, and making adjustments, man.
But you always said that we family, and on that note, I'm gonna end it.
Facts. Bitch.
He's a bitch.
I would say it.
No, don't say it. Don't say my mother. I'm gonna say your mother.
Your mother.
Your mother, nigga. We don't need to talk like that because they're gonna be watching. They're gonna be watching. Listen. This Queenzflip is the interrogation room, man.
Yeah, there. So we got it out. We talked after too much bitch ass nigga. Look.
Yeah.